Hey, Brian.
Hey, Scott.
Do you want to do another card of the week?
I guess.
Might as well.
And our card of the week is Puncture Blast.
Random card, Puncture Blast.
I like this card.
Have you ever played with it?
I have it. I've never played with it.
You have it, but you've never played with it. What does it do?
I have it, but I've never played with it.
What does it do?
This is when, all right, I took a brief break from Magic at the beginning of Eventide, so I think I got like a pack or a fat pack or something, and I ended up getting a couple of these cards, and I never got to play with them, so there you go.
Puncture Blast.
Puncture Blast. Cost 3, is an instant. Card text says, Wither.
Wither.
Everybody knows what
You
Wither does,
obviously
right?
cannot give players -1/-1 counters.
Correct.
Correct. Continue.
But Puncture Blast deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So if it is a creature, it does it in the form of -1/-1 counters.
Which isn't bad, you know?
Which isn't bad at all, because it gets around a couple things. I mean, Wither gets around Indestructible, right?
Right.
And Wither, that's all I really got. But it gets around Indestructible, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Wait,
that's always a good thing.
Does Wither? I think it gets around Indestructible.
You know what? Wither also gets around Indestructible. Yeah.
So now I'm always thinking in a limited standpoint, this has got to be a pretty high pick card. You know, instant speed.
Yeah.
It's an Incinerate that has a little bit more versatility.
Mm-hmm.
Because it can't regenerate anyway, the creature.
Yep.
If it dies, I mean,
that is absolutely true.
That's a thing.
I would say if this cost 2 mana, it would see
a ton of more play.
I don't know. A ton of more play.
I
mean, 3 for 3 is always whatever, but I still like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like Wither. Dealing damage in Wither is always fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus, I mean, look at this. This tree is just getting pierced in the gut.
By 2? What? Why is there 2 little fire bolts? Why not 3?
Because obviously I have no answer for that.
Because you can't shoot lasers in 3s, triplets? What's the deal? It costs 3, it does 3 damage, and then the artist was like,
fuck it.
2 lightning bolts.
2.
You know, he's under a deadline.
He's like, guys, I didn't have time to draw the 3rd one.
Mark Rosewater is just yelling at this Carl Critchlow. He's like,
Carl, draw the 3rd goddamn laser.
I can't, man. There's too much bark in the way. Just won't look right.
Also, does the tree have a face? I can't tell.
I don't know. It looks sad. It's a sad face.
It looks like
definitely has a face.
Yeah.
But like, if you were gonna pick something to puncture, would it be
a tree?
Would it be a tree? You know?
Something fleshy? No, fuck it. Bark.
Bark, because trees are punctured. Yeah. So Carl, I'm sorry, man. You really dropped the ball on this card.
I mean, could it just one more. Just one more.
Okay, and here's another understandable circumstance. The flavor text, Gnarl Trunk didn't remember having that many knotholes. He must have seen the text and was like, I have to draw a fucking picture around that? You're telling me that there's a card called Puncture Blast, and your flavor text is knotholes in a tree?
Do they give the artists the flavor text before they tell them to?
I'm not a Wizards of the Coast artist that they commonly go to, so
yeah,
I do not know that off the top of my head, but I bet Carl had a great time drawing this monstrosity.
I bet you Carl was fired after this. Let's check. I'm going to click on his name.
You check out his name.
And holy shit.
He's got some cards.
9 pages of cards. All right, Carl, everything I ever said, I take back. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Carl.
You've You've painted some of my favorite cards.
We obviously underestimated
Look at
your
Arcbound
ability.
Ravager. He did that.
Jeez.
Okay. All right.
All right, Carl.
Maybe he knows something that we don't know.
Maybe there's some, I guess, wither, with trees.
I'm not going to question it. Anyways, that's our card of the week.
Wait, dude, you forgot would we play it in the current format? Would this see play in standard right now or legacy or what do you think?
I wouldn't play it in any of those. Just better choices for all of those formats.
You think that there's better removal in standard right now?
I'm going to go with yes.
Yeah? I could actually see this getting play, believe it or not, because what it does is it eliminates the Boros Reckoner, because it's not taking damage.
Good point.
It's doing -1/-1 counters. It'll work great in a red burn deck.
The hexproof guy that we just faced?
No.
Well, that wouldn't work because he's got hexproof.
That we just faced? You mean like 2 weeks ago?
Never mind. Ignore everything that I just said.
All right. Yeah, but I definitely could see it being either sided in or main decked in a red black deck.
I'm sticking to my answer with no.
All right, so I say yes. Brian says no. That's the card of the week.
Puncture Blast.
Puncture Blast. You're lucky, Tree. You didn't get that third knot hole.